Hey, welcome to The Code with Noah, a culture shock podcast. Quick pause before we go on. I want to remind you that what you are listening to right now are excerpts from articles on our gospel website, www.thevangel.com, and other broadcasts on YouTube, where you get access to unique insights in detail on specific issues through our playlists, all provided completely free and in many languages too. If you are ready to go deeper, such as examining the scriptures and other authorities for you to move from listening to building a leadership career, we have something deeper for you in those locations. The Code with Noah, a culture shock podcast, is set to be about 5 minutes podcasts. A few are a bit longer. They are delivered under various aspects of life issues 4 times every week to discuss issues that young people are talking about to help align their perspectives towards the will of God. On Mondays with Noah, it's the Culture Shock series. Wednesdays with Noah take on the Hard Truths series. On Fridays with Noah, we tackled the supernatural edge of living. And on Sundays with Noah, we delve deep into the ancient codes delivered by the prophets. When you dream up a comment or a review, you are not just showing gratitude. You may be provoking another episode for us to expand upon. You gain, and your friends gain too. Place your contribution in your favorite podcast app, wherever you hear this. You may want to visit our websites to leave your message. We will equally get it. We have many podcasts and other valuable publications on YouTube. Once again, if you want more details from any of our articles or videos, we are always ready to go a little bit further. Now, let's get back to decoding.
What's good, fam? We are back with another hard truth. Hi, and welcome to The Code with Noah, a culture shock podcast. Wednesdays with Noah, the Hard Truths series. Title: Throne or Tree of Shame. The cross was not a vibe. Today, we need to talk about your jewelry. We wear crosses on chains. We get them tattooed on our arms. We put them on our bio. The cross has become an aesthetic. It's a logo for Christianity. But imagine if I wore a little gold electric chair on a chain, or a diamond-encrusted guillotine. You'd think I was crazy. Because 2,000 years ago, the cross wasn't a symbol of hope, it was a symbol of shame. It was the Roman Empire's way of saying, you are trash, you are canceled, you are deleted. But the hard truth for today is Jesus took the world's tree of shame and turned it into his throne. He flipped the script so hard that the instrument of his death became the symbol of his power. Today, we are decoding the mystery of the cross. Was it a defeat, or was it a coronation? Let's open the source code. We need to understand just how bad the cross actually was to understand how powerful Jesus is. Point number 1. The cursed status. Check out Galatians 3:13, NLT. Paul explains the spiritual legality. But Christ has rescued us from the curse pronounced by the law. When he was hung on the cross, he took upon himself the curse for our wrongdoing. For it is written in the Scriptures, "Cursed is everyone who is hung on a tree." The breakdown. Cursed is everyone. In the ancient world, dying on a tree or a wooden cross meant you were cursed by God. It was the ultimate L. It meant you died naked, exposed, and rejected by heaven and earth. Jesus didn't just die, he became a curse. He downloaded every virus, every sin, and every shameful thing you've ever done into his own body. He allowed himself to look like a loser so he could make you a winner. He took the shame so you wouldn't have to carry it. If you are still walking around feeling ashamed of your past, you are trying to pay a bill that he already settled on the tree. Point number 2, the joy hack. Now, let's look at his mindset. Hebrews 12:2 NLT. Because of the joy awaiting him, he endured the cross, disregarding its shame. Now he is seated in the place of honor beside God's throne. The breakdown: disregarding its shame. Other translations say he despised the shame. That means he looked at the mockery, the spitting, and the nudity, and he said, "This is irrelevant." Why? Because of the joy awaiting him. Who was the joy? You were. He saw you free from addiction. He saw you healed from trauma. He saw you in heaven. He hacked the system by focusing on the reward, you, instead of the pain, the cross. He endured the tree of shame to get to the throne of grace. Principle 3. The public flex. Finally, was it a defeat? Colossians 2:15 NLT. In this way, he disarmed the spiritual rulers and authorities. He shamed them publicly by his victory over them on the cross. The breakdown: he shamed them publicly. The devil thought the cross was his victory lap. He thought he had killed the Son of God. But actually, the cross was a trap. When Jesus died, he broke the power of sin. He stripped the enemy of his weapons. The cross wasn't a funeral, it was a coronation. It was the moment Jesus proved he was king, because death couldn't hold him. He turned the tree of shame into a throne of power. Now, when we wear the cross, we aren't celebrating death. We are celebrating the fact that our king went to hell and back and still runs the block. The conclusion. So, here is the wrap-up. The cross isn't just jewelry, it's a receipt. 1. It was shameful. Don't glamorize the pain. He became a curse for you. 2. It was strategic. He endured the shame because he saw your future. 3. It is a throne. The thing that was meant to kill him became the thing that crowned him. That's the hard truth on the cross. Next time, we're going to wrap up this series with Men of Destiny Don't Quit. We're going to talk about resilience, grit, and why you can't ghost your own purpose just because it gets hard. Until then, stay weird, stay faithful. Peace.